Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, my friend from Texas obviously was alluding to my vote, and I want to make it clear. I voted for DOMA. I believe that I was wrong. When Abraham Lincoln was accused of changing his position on an issue, he said, "I'd rather be right some of the time than wrong all the time." And I readily acknowledge that my views on this subject have changed. It isn't because I'm calculating votes. It isn't because I'm counting up donations that might come my way. It's because I believe, as a matter of principle, this is the right thing to do. I don't care if it wins me votes or loses me votes. I think we ought to be motivated here by something other than the political calculation on issues of this gravity. When I look at what Senator Feinstein has done with this, I believe she really has given us a rare opportunity, and we won't get many of them. Every generation of senators gets a chance to put an end to some form of discrimination in America. And it is with pride that we look back on those generations of senators who ended discrimination based on race, gender, religious belief, physical disability. And each time those votes came, they were never unanimous. There were those who were on the wrong side of history, and they will have to be held accountable for that. I don't want to be on the wrong side of this history on this issue. And I think we ought to also take into consideration that what Senator Feinstein has done is very specific and very direct, and it bears repeating because some statements made here really aren't fair to what you're trying to achieve. The Respect for Marriage Act does what it says. It respects marriage and the marriage laws passed by the states. If a state has legalized same-sex marriage, the Respect for Marriage Act will ensure that same-sex couples married in that state are treated the same under federal law as other lawfully married couples. Senator Schumer and Senator Feinstein and others have spelled this out in terms of the current discrimination against couples because of laws as they exist and how we can change it with Senator Feinstein's effort here. Over 1,000 different federal benefits and responsibilities and privileges are denied to these couples. And I want to tell you something, Senator. You can do the calculation and say, you know, this could end up costing us some money. Well, I think striking down discrimination based on race may have cost us a little money. Discrimination based on gender may have cost us in some government programs. It was worth it. It was worth it for this generation and previous generations to have a chance to do the right thing. If it's a political calculation about how much freedom we can afford to be a free nation, whatever the cost may be. If a state has not legalized same-sex marriage, the Respect for Marriage Act will not force that state or any locality, religious organization, or individual within the state to license, celebrate, or otherwise legally endorse a same-sex marriage. I think it is respectful of state rights, and I think it is also a strong statement of principle about our belief in freedom and our effort to end a form of discrimination in this country that should come to an end. I gladly support this effort.
Would the senator from Illinois yield for a question?
Sure.
As the majority whip, when do you expect that this legislation will be scheduled for a vote on the floor, either this year or in 2012?
I would say it is very difficult to predict what's coming to the floor because of the filibusters that have been raised against so many issues, none of them from our side of the aisle. But I hope that we get a chance to bring it to the calendar.
Would the senator yield for one last question? Is there anything that would prohibit the majority leader from scheduling a vote, should he choose to do so either in 2011 or 2012, without predicting what the outcome might be?
I don't know what the calendar might create by way of opportunity, but let me make it clear, Senator. If this is called on the floor and only the 30 co-sponsors vote for it, it's worth the effort.
Here, here.